Alright, welcome everyone to the Losers Bracket Finals of Roulette Raceway 3. Today's match is between Quatility and lukedotpng, and the first map will be Dubai. For those of you who are new to the game mode, Roulette Raceway 3 is a Hitman Roulette game mode in which two players race in real time to complete a Hitman Roulette spin, with the twist being that the loser gets to choose the next map. This is a first to six game mode, and each map is worth 2 points. If the first map results in a tie, then we will choose another random map. With the spin arriving in just about 4 minutes, let's take a quick look at how both of these players got to this point. Quatility began in round 2 of the winner's bracket against Channel Joined, where he won 6-2. Following that, he managed to defeat the Reaper 47 and lukedotpng by the same score of 6-2 before losing to Scruffy in the winner's bracket final by a score of 8-0. lukedotpng started out against McKeelers, where he won by a score of 6-0 before beating Gorg by 6-0 and then losing to Quatility by a score of 6-2. Following that, he dropped down to the losers bracket where he beat Pidgeiro by a score of 6-4 and recently beat Moo by a score of 6-2 to advance to the losers bracket final where he is playing Quatility today. I hope everyone has had a good day so far. I know for one, I am hyped to be able to watch such an amazing match between two incredible players. And yeah.
Carl Ingram finally gets what he deserves. Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to remind you about the locker.
Now, the first map in this competition today is Dubai.
Carl Ingram finally
On
gets what he
Dubai, there are
deserves.
two targets, Carl Ingram and Marcus Stuyvesant,
Now let's get Marcus Stuyvesant.
and it is one of the shorter matches, or one of the shorter maps in Roulette. So, I'll be interested to see what type of spin Hitmaps has in store for us today. And before the spin arrives in just 1 minute, I'd like to give a quick shout out to today's admin, the Reaper 47. Thank you for volunteering your time to admin this match. And yeah, we're just about to get the show on the road. And the spin is in. We have Carl Ingram with a neck snap as the skydiving suit, and Marcus Stuyvesant with a screwdriver as the kitchen staff without target pacification. What a spin. Skydiving suit definitely makes this an interesting one. Both players choose to start from the event staff start, I think, and immediately take off in the same direction to knock out a free kitchen staff worker and steal his disguise. Both players seem to be exactly on pace with each other until that one moment where lukedotpng stops to grab a smuggled item, a tranquilizer, I think. Whereas quatilyti is now knocking out an art crew so that he can grab a screwdriver. Does need to be careful about that security guard there. Luke, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and get the Marcus Stuyvesant kill using the screwdriver as the kitchen staff before changing into an event security disguise as well and makes his way up to Carl.
We're not done yet.
Quatility also had the kill, I believe, but did get spotted doing something which caused him to unfortunately restart here. Luke now has Carl Ingram knocked out and just needs to make his way down to the skydiving suit as Quatility tries to make up loose ground by reattempting his strategy. A skydiving suit is trespassing in the entire area, so Luke chooses to shoot the worker there just in the leg to cause a quick panic to safely make his way up the pipe in the skydiving suit. Quatility is back at the point where he KOs the event security with a tranquilizer and kills Marcus once again.
Marcus Stuyvesant. It won't be a problem anymore. Let's move on to Carl Ingram. We're not done yet.
But luke.png does get the kill and exits with a 5-star screen, Silent Assassin, and he finished within the first 5 minutes of the match, which will cause a 30-second photo finish window, but it doesn't matter as Quatility gets gets seen while shooting the door to distract an event security. GG's here, and Luke will take a 2-0 lead in this match. And per the twist of Roulette Raceway, Quatility will get to choose map number 2. Which it looks like he is choosing Bangkok. And that was just confirmed. Bangkok will be map number 2 here. Bangkok, certainly an interesting map choice. You have two targets here, Jordan Cross and Ken the Brick Morgan. Only typically really two viable starts depending on the spin, but be interested to see what the spin allows for here. The spin for Bangkok will be arriving in just 2 minutes here.
I'll give you a short version of it. Nobody gets in or out of the roulette.
Westwater, Branson MD2?
Yep. Also known as Old Sparky.
With the spin arriving in 30
Also known
seconds,
as
we do
Old
see
Sparky.
Quatility
It's
practicing
former
some
Bangkok with
strategies
Branson
from
Tech
the
back in the day.
recording crew start.
With a notorious production.
That
One of
is
the
Jordan
two
Cross, revealed
most
and
used
reviled in
starts here in
equal
Bangkok.
measures.
The other start being 47 Sweet, which we do see Luke planning to
Target
start
down.
from, but that could change with the arrival of the spin here. And the spin is in. We have Jordan Cross Fiberwire as Jordan Cross bodyguard, and Ken Morgan Fire Axe as the kitchen staff. Nothing too difficult off the bat. The Jordan Cross kill is definitely a faster one, with the bodyguard disguise being located very close to where you would isolate Jordan from the
I'll give you a short
recording crew
version.
start,
Nobody gets in or out of the roulette.
which is what we see both players attempting to do here, as they hit straight up the stairs from recording crew and into the bodyguard room to take the disguise
Westwater, Branson MD2?
Yep. Also known as Old Boy.
before luring Jordan out of the
Yep.
recording
Also
booth
known as Old Sparky.
Huh.
with
Former
a
Bangkok
chain lure.
with Branson Tech back in the day.
Yeah, well, why would West want to use a mic with a notorious production error?
Places uncompromised.
Spent 6 days tweaking the screen
And
recording
Quatility has the kill
footage.
down,
Target down. Next stop,
and
Ken
almost
Morgan.
at the exact same time, Luke gets it down as well. Now, one kill out of the way, both players make their way
That's a real
towards
bodyguard.
either the kitchen staff disguise, which there is one on the top floor, and that does seem to be the one that. Oh, yes, we do see Quatility remembering that there is a kitchen staff disguise on the top floor, or maybe not. Both players actually do the same thing and grab the fire axe. It looks No, Luke grabs the fire axe. Quatility doesn't, heads towards the kitchen staff in that is more grabbable. Here, have to KO him at the start. Interesting. I did not know that. So apparently, if you leave the kitchen staff up for too long, he will leave the upstairs floor. Not to worry, as kitchen staff is one of the easier disguises to grab on this map, as you can just trank him right there, and he will be a free disguise to grab, as can makes his way towards the bathroom on Quatility's side at least. It looks like Luke made him sick at a spot in his cycle where he will go to the downstairs bathroom for him. Oh, but there is a brutal restart there for Quatility, as Ken saw the body of the tranked kitchen staff and stopped on his way to the bathroom.
I'll give the short version.
Now, Luke also finds himself in a bit of trouble here, as Morgan's bodyguard is not being very cooperative with how he wants him to be KO'd, and just will not get at a spot where he can KO him. How is Luke gonna get out of this one? And he doesn't. He gets side KO'd. Oh. And that will be a restart from Luke. Meanwhile, Quatility did have a restart, so he's restarting his Chandler of Jordan is already in Morgan's or Cross's bodyguard disguise. But the Chandler does not grab Jordan's attention, and we will see another restart from Quatility.
I'll give the short version, darling. Nobody gets in or out except for me.
Keeping it real.
Luke does get Jordan on the Chandler this time for him, and will not have that same struggle that Quatility had mere seconds ago, as he gets the kill as well.
Westbottom, Branson MD2.
Yep. Also known. Yep.
This time the Chandler does work for Quatility,
Almost back. Corrupted Branson.
and he will be able to get the Jordan kill as well here.
Target down.
Luke has to pause on the stairs to wait for the camera, as the camera box on Bangkok specifically is not something that you want to have to deal with if you can avoid it. Quatility does have the kill down and also has the fire axe here. Also waits for the cameras to pass by placing the fire axe in the briefcase, as Luke makes Ken Morgan sick. This time it does look like Ken Morgan is heading to the restaurant bathroom for Luke, I think. Yep. Does need to avoid the whooshes there on Luke's side. Meanwhile, Quatility also going for the same kitchen staff that Luke went for, and is able to. Ooh. Now, there's a bit of an interesting situation here. As long as Luke can make it to the exit before the bodyguard enters the bathroom, he should be safe, but that is a very dangerous run here. Quatility also making McKinnon sick on his side. Having not done that before getting the kitchen staff, this will be a bit of a lengthy wait for Quatility, and might the bodyguard never enters. Oh, but yeah, there was a 30-second photo finish window, but seeing as Ken was still making his way to the bathroom, there was no shot that was going to happen. So we will have a 4-0 start for Luke. Now, earlier I said this was a 1-6 match, but I misspoke because this is the loser bracket finals, which means this will be 1-8. So 4-0 in a normal match would be match point. Now it is only half of what you need to win the map. Quatility will also get to choose the next map again, as he lost Bangkok. And it looks like he's planning on choosing Santa Fortuna by his screen, but we will see when that is confirmed. Oh. But as I was saying, this is a 4-0 lead for Luke. Not impossible of a hole for Quatility to climb out of, and not match point as regular. So it is still very possible to see a comeback here. And Quatility chooses Scale.
My guess is that
Okay.
Scale as a roulette map is certainly
Sophia Washington,
one of the
chairwoman of the
more
Exercise
fun maps to
Orchestra.
play for roulette, in my opinion. You've got two targets, Zoe and Sophia Washington, but you've also got some very unique disguises that may potentially offset a fast spin, such as a Knight's Armor remote kill or the Butler.
One target down. Nice work.
Now we do see Quatility practicing a very fast isolation for both Sophia and Zoe Washington. spin will be arriving in less than a minute. What type of spins would y'all like to see here? Or conditions, that is. And the spin is in. We have Zoe Washington's Silent SMG as event staff, and Sophia Washington with the burial robes as, or drowning as the burial robes. Nothing too complicated here. We see an immediate replan from Luke, but both players do start from the art gallery. And an immediate replan from quatilyti as well. Change out a pistol for a trank.
They say it belonged to Montezuma. It was lost for over 500 years.
Quatility heads to the ledge where the phone lure is activated.
What? Say what?
And immediately bumps into the guard and activates it to get Zoe's attention, but does activate it a little too soon, or too late, I mean, and lures her guard instead. Now we see Luke going out to do the same thing, but she does get Zoe on the chain. And this time quatility's phone lure works as well.
That
Luke is
is
slightly
Zoe
ahead here,
Washington,
but
chairwoman of the Arc
both
Society,
players
professional
essentially at
treasure
the same
hunter,
spot.
and Providence operative. Quite a mouthful.
As Luke heads down into the kitchen area, presumably to get the event staff disguise.
Don't you look handsome?
By KOing both of the event crew in the area. Now quatility actually chooses to go for the barrel rubs first. And throws a sedative of some sort, as well as a blue egg, but oh no, he gets compromised, knocking out one of the guards in the room. Luke heads into the burial robes area now himself, as the event staff does look like he is going to leave one of his two disguises there at the moment. Probably will switch disguises before he leaves the area, though. As quatility once again sets up the phone lure. Now Luke also throws the chloroform at the wall in order to get both of those guards to sedate themselves. Or at least one of them, which is not good here. You will need to but he is able to save it. He throws the phone at both the doctor and the security guard's heads, and we now see quatilyti successfully get the burial robes as well.
Okay, shit.
Now, with Zoe Washington already isolated from both of these players, they will head up towards Sophia's area to make her sick and put her in a restroom where they can successfully drown her. Now, the only difference here is that quatility is 1 minute and 55 seconds into the spin, or into his run, whereas Luke is already 3 minutes and 44 seconds into his run. However, both of these players do have Sophia at nearly the same spots now, but actually, quatility chooses to leave his burial robes disguise upstairs, where he will later go to medic Sophia. Wow, Luke is having a bit of trouble here getting Sophia into an area where he can successfully seek her or make her sick. Now, he is in the cast staff disguise. We'll need to get back into the burial robes disguise, but he is able to successfully emetic grenade her, or remote emetic device activated near her so that she will get sick, as he changes back into the burial robes and will wait until he can enter the restroom and drown her.
One target down. Nice work, Lucas.
Now, quatility just got the Zoe kill, as Luke had already gotten earlier. Now, this is a bit of an issue here for Luke, as he needs to find a way to make it into the bathroom with Sophia without being seen, as the burial robes are a trespassing disguise here, which he is able to make it in just barely, avoiding a few big whooshes, but oh no! As long as the guy who got peekabooed did not see him enter the bathroom, this should be okay. Now, he will need to find his way out. Preferably does change into the guard disguise. And at the same time, we see quatility also getting the drowning kill. Now, this does seem like it will be a photo finish if quatility will be able to get out of this room. But there is a bit of an issue here. There will be an elite guard that enters the room. If he can KO that guard, take his disguise, and make it to the exit, this will be very close, but
Yes, that might just work.
it does look like it is going to be a Luke win here. Oh! Luke hasn't pressed done, supposedly. Now, oh, the done button isn't working, apparently. So, this will I believe, based on the timing, this will be a photo finish. Of course, the first player finished within the 30-second window, seeing as it is 10 minutes since the start of the map, but it is to our admin now, the Reaper 47, to calculate this photo finish. Now, this is a first to 8 map, or first to 8 match, and Luke is up 4-0, so we could see a 2-4 score here, or a 6-0 score here, putting Luke on match point, or even maybe a 5-1, unlikely but still possible. And it is looking like it will be 6-0. But it is pending admin confirmation. And there is the confirmation, supposedly. Now, if it is a 6-0 score, Luke will be put on match point, and he is. It will be a 6-0 score as I am saying that, which means we will have the third map of the match chosen by quatilyti. And being down 6-0 certainly isn't the start that quatilyti was looking for here, but it is still possible to climb out, and anything can happen in a roulette match. I mean, a 6-0 score might seem like the end of the world, but it is still possible to climb out of that hole. And this is certainly one of the ways to do it. Quatility has chosen Sin of Fortuna, one of the big 5 maps of Hitman. And a pretty good map at that. Santa Fortuna has 3 targets: Rico Delgado, Jorge Franco, and Andrea Martinez, I want to say. I'm not even sure the name. It's been so long since I've played Hitman like that, but nonetheless, we will have Santa Fortuna. Now, Santa Fortuna is one of the bigger maps, and a lot of the spins can take quite some time here, as there is a lot of stuff that can go wrong here in the Santa Fortuna. So, Quatility seems to be hopeful that this map will throw off Luke's typical speed and allow him to get at least one map in to start the climb out of the 6-0 hole. Now, a reminder, this is a first to 8 match, so Luke is on match point. He will need to win the match, or win the map in order to win this match here
The
today.
remote village of Santa Fortuna awaits you deep inside the Colombian rainforest. An iron-fisted Delgado cartel rules over the village and its surroundings.
And the spin will be arriving in just over or just under 2.5 minutes. Now, for those of you who are just joining us or might be new to Roulette Raceway, this is Roulette Raceway 3, a roulette competition in Hitman where two players race in real time to complete a roulette spin. The winner of the map gets 2 points, the loser of the map, in a twist, gets to choose the next map to potentially strategize against their opponent. This is the losers bracket final for those of you who are also just joining us. Both players have had quite a run here in the tournament. Both players anxiously, probably awaiting the spin here, which will arrive just under a minute now. And just for clarification, it will be a spin on three-headed serpent. You know that there was a potential embrace of the serpent spin, almost spin out or sin out, but luckily that was caught by our admin here today. And possibly the last map of this match. We'll see it spin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The spin is in. We have Rico Delgado Electrocution as a band member, Jorge Franco Drowning as the chef, and Andrea Martinez with Injected Poison as the Hippo Whisperer. Definitely one of the lengthier spins. In fact, 2 of these will be live kills, despite not even saying no target pacification. Of course, you do have an injected poison already in the map, I believe. So the only thing you should have to bring in, or actually, you do not, actually. So you will have to bring in an injected poison as well as a way to get, or actually the injected poison is the only thing you'll have to bring in here. Both players immediately with a couple of restarts here straight off the bat, but ultimately Luke does decide on the mansion staff start to go for the Rico isolation in the garage, it looks like, whereas quatilyti does start submarine crew and will use the submarine lure to get Rico Delgado on his way down to the caves. Now, Luke does have Rico knocked out there behind the garage, as well as a car battery. Now, this will be a bit of a risky drag with those two security guards there, but meanwhile, on quatility's side, we will see him going for the Hippo Whisperer immediately from the caves.
Still haven't given up on healing that hippo yet, huh?
Now Luke is also going to KO the mansion security guard there
How's my hip? Come on. Stop loitering.
with the car battery as well,
Did you hear Javier stole the love letter Hector Delgado wrote for Martinez?
before dragging
Jumped
Rico's
out of a window
body
before Hector discovered it.
even further towards, I'm guessing, a sprinkler in the garden area. Quatility, now in the Hippo Whisperer disguise, heads out the front door and towards the town, where I'm assuming he will immediately go for the Andrea kill, but Rico dies way too soon for Quatility, and yeah, that will be a restart there for him.
An underground cave system with a submarine. This must be what ties the militia and the cartel together for
Now
us.
Luke heads back into the mansion, grabs a pool ball, and looking for a way down into the
Just trying to find a better
basement,
signal. What?
where I'm guessing he will be going for the
Huh?
chef disguise. Meanwhile, Quatility once again going for the Hippo Whisperer disguise grab. Now we do see Luke knocking out a couple of maids. And he does change into the chef disguise. Now this is, I'm trying to think of what the best way to do this spin would possibly be. But, I mean, seems like both have a pretty good idea of what they're doing, so I'll just leave them to playing. And but yeah, yeah, I definitely do think submarine lair here for Rico is the way to go, as there are plenty of puddles in the cave to electrocute Rico with. But he will need to make his way into the hut here to grab the sleeping band member's disguise. And now that he has it, Rico can die at any time he wishes now. On the other side of the screen, though, we see Luke in the cocoa fields, using a pool ball. Well, Jorge starts to puke. He is in the
Rico
right
Delgado
disguise here,
is
so
the
all he
leader.
needs to do is
Nicely done.
drown Jorge and get out of there. Quatility has the Rico kill down as Rico walks into
Where on
the
earth is that?
electrified puddle,
That is
and
Andrea Martinez.
he is in the
But I
Hippo
thought
Whisperer
what a cartel
disguise,
PR officer.
and he gets the Andrea kill as well. Quatility already has 2 kills
Martinez
down,
down. Good work.
just needs the chef drowning for Jorge, and we are truly seeing some great gameplay right here, folks. Impressive strat with excellent timing from Quatility there to have effectively 2 targets down within the first 4 minutes in game time. Luke, still in the chef disguise, is making his way towards the Hippo Whisperers area. And we also see quatilyti making his way back into the mansion as well, this time for the chef disguise. Luke is able to successfully throw a wrench at the Hippo Whisperer's head before also throwing it at the mansion security there to change into the Hippo Whisperer disguise. Quatility now in mansion security disguise, making his way towards the basement here by entering through the I want to say the museum bathroom. It looks like body is found on Quatility's side of the screen, but it is green guns find, which means it was either a tranquilized body or a body that fell down by accident. Luke, in the Hippo Whisperer disguise, is making his way towards Andrea's area, just as Quatility takes the chef disguise. Now, I know that Quatility does have a 2-target kill lead, supposedly, at the moment. But another thing that's differentiating these runs right now is the fact that Luke would also have to deal with cameras here. Now, the camera box is in a typically not too hard spot to get to here, as you can just go for it when you go to kill Andrea. It looks like Luke is trying to grab one of the non-sleeping band members, which isn't actually possible, but he will also make his way towards the sleeping band member, which is the only available band member to grab, by luring the woman standing in front of his hut towards the bin out back. Now on Quatility's side of the screen, we do see him in the cocoa fields. He did just secure one of Jorge's guards as to prevent him from following. This could end up being bad if he drowns Jorge before the other guy gets to a drowning spot. He will also be safe and knock out that elite guard right there. But he does have the Jorge kill down. And with a free disguise right at his feet, the helicopter exit is looking like a quick path to start the climb out of the 6-0 deficit as Quatility exits the map. Now Luke also has 2 kills down, just waits for Andrea to enter the area, and They did finish, or quatilyti finished within the first 13 minutes of the spin, which means that the photo finish window will be 45 seconds here. And Luke gets the inject, knocks out the cameras, and heads towards an exit, although I'm not sure if there will be enough time. And the admin calls it, there will not be enough time, which means that quatilyti will get its first 2 points of the match. And this time, Luke gets to choose the map. Now this will be the first map choice here for Luke, but he is still on match point, so this could be potentially the last map here in the Losers Bracket Finals. And Luke chooses Haven Island, our second big map in a row. Definitely an interesting choice here with him on the match point. You'd almost think he'd want to go for a quicker map, but at the same time, both players are really talented. Luke knows this, so instead he chooses to go for the second Big 5 map in a row here. Now, Haven Island has 3 targets: Tyson Williams, Stephen Bradley, and Ludmila Vetrova. Certainly is a versatile map with some interesting disguises and interesting strategies. I mean, we could see the rare serverless spin. We could see a live Tyson, which would be really interesting, preventing the movie theater isolation for the most part. I mean, Haven is just one of those maps where
She's not even staying at the
any
pier.
spin could be difficult or it could be really fast. And you gotta wonder if Luke's hoping for one of the harder, lengthier spins, or a perhaps quicker spin to potentially finish the match off with.
Man, I just heard a weird noise out there.
God, my head.
The spin will be arriving in
I hope
just
this
about
works.
30 seconds here.
That is Tyson Williams, CEO of Haven, a reputed paranoid tyrant. Williams has his left hand on Haven.
Sorry about that. The spin is in. We have 3 firearms. What? But we have loud shotgun tech crew for Tyson Williams, Stephen Bradley pistol as Villigard, and Ludmila Vetrova SMG as suit. And we immediately see Luke in the Villa staff start, I'm pretty sure, as he does grab the free pistol out of the security room. Quatility also starts Villa staff, chooses a rather risky tech crew disguise grab. And Luke uses coins to lure Tyson in place to not cause a panic while he
Like malaria or something? We all got shots before coming here. You got the shot, right? Yeah, sure.
drags the bodyguard into the bathroom. Certainly an interesting tactic here. But Quatility is already in the tech crew disguise really quickly that I no, I can't say that I've seen that specific tech crew grab before, but it does look like it is pretty safe here.
Time for some of that soothing red light.
And we also see Quatility setting up the movie theater ISO. As Luke in the Villa staff heads down to grab his briefcase, supposedly with the loud shotgun in it, from underneath the deck.
2 targets remaining.
And Quatility takes the shot as well. And Tyson is dead for Quatility. Now, he just has to make sure he doesn't break the one sacred rule of never opening the movie theater door, which he doesn't. And he's already headed out of the villa. Now, Luke is in the tech crew disguise as well and has the loud shotgun right at his disposal. So he should have the kill shortly here as well. As long as he doesn't get spotted re-entering the bedroom, which he does use a bit of a peekaboo lure to drag the maid out of the room, but oh, he does get spotted in the tech crew disguise on the upstairs balcony, and that will be a restart. Quatility already at Stephen Bradley in the bodyguard disguise and gets the medic off as well. So we should see a second kill here from Quatility soon as well. Stephen Bradley does take his time though, making his way towards the restroom. And Luke knocks out the tech crew, but this time opts to head back into the mansion before taking it upstairs. Will take a bit more time, but is definitely the safer method here. And after that, and just as I say that, he does rip. Very unfortunate timing. That is a very good question, Aardvark. The suit being in the spin does not actually force a suit start on Haven, as they do have the swimsuit in the shark hut that does count as suit for this map. So, as Quatility gets the Steven kill out of the way as well, we will see him head to make Lanilla sick and also towards the shortcut in order to get the free suit on the map.
Careful with this one. 47.
Luke once again goes for his coin strategy to isolate Tyson in the movie theater, which does work. Now, quatilyti is in the suit disguise that counts for Haven, and on his way to Ludmilla, where she has isolated herself very nicely in a bathroom here, and he already has the SMG, so he's able to just eliminate her just like that and make his way to the exit. Now, very clean run here from quatilyti.
Miss Hall should be able
Just
to extract the
some
information.
really unfortunate rips on Luke's end, but very nice work, and quatilyti will take Haven Island to put the score at 4-6, meaning what could have ended one map ago now becomes map 6. Now Luke will get to choose the next map once again. He is still sitting on match point here, so after choosing a big 5 map for map 5, I wonder if he goes with something smaller or quicker, like a Dartmoor or something. And it does look like he has chosen Whittleton Creek, pending official confirmation. Or actually, he chooses Sapienza. Now, Sapienza is definitely another big versatile roulette map. You have 2 targets and one of the better side objectives of the trilogy, with Silvio Caruso, Francesca DeSantis, and the Virus. And you've certainly got a lot of disguise choices, a lot of kill methods, which leads to a lot of spin possibilities here. You do typically only have 2 isolations that are used for the most part, but it will be interesting if we see a spin that involves something like Virus Alert for Francesca. I'm feeling a Red Plumber spin, to be honest. I don't know where, but I feel like Red Plumber could be a good disguise to see for this map here, this late in the match. And with Pidgeotto saying it will be 4 to 8, I'm guessing anything could happen. Pidgeotto is known for his jinxes, so it'll be interesting to see if this is another one. Nonetheless, the spin is arriving right now. We will have Silvio Caruso fall as the butler, Francesca DeSantis letter opener as the green plumber with no target pacification. Pretty simple spin. Both players choose to start 47 sweep, which will give them immediate access to the rooftops where they can get into the villa. Yep. Now, Luke chooses to go for the green plumber disguise immediately, whereas quatilyti starts off by running through the kitchen and on his way to the observatory. No, he heads into the house to get the butler, but does get spotted with a sniper on his back in a trespassing disguise. And that will be a restart from quatilyti. Luke, now in the plumber disguise, makes his way into the library area, I want to say, where he too will go for the butler by throwing a distraction that causes the butler to see the tranquilized body. Quatility once again starts off by heading through the kitchen and into the same area he was in once before. Now Luke does have the butler disguise and the green plumber disguise right at his disposal, chooses to take the green plumber disguise into the observatory area, where he will head up towards Francesca to get the letter opener kill out of the way. Now this time quatility's butler grab does work. Now Luke throws a couple of items here at the ceiling to get the guards to go upstairs towards the attic. We see quatility change into a housekeeping disguise. He does have the letter opener, so this will be a very quick, or Luke does have the letter opener and he throws it at Francesca, making for a very quick Francesca kill right off the bat. And now we see Luke make his way back down to the butler disguise, but also takes out the panel at the top of the observatory to get Silvio to head upstairs, which will make for quite the fall. Quatility, now in the green plumber disguise, makes his way up to the roof towards Francesca's area as well. Oh, but Luke gets spotted by the security. He tries to bump, and that will be a painful restart for Luke. Was so close to making an 8-4 happen. But meanwhile, quatility gets the letter opener kill out of the way and heads back off the ledge using a chair boost to get the butler disguise. But with a body in the hallway, he might have to Might have to move that if it's not a tranked body before starting the lure, but he actually chooses instead to just knock out everyone and is going to go for a long drag on Silvio. Luke once again lures the butler into the room to see the tranked body, where he will run in and make for an easy grab as well. And just like that, quatilyti now has the fall kill out of the way as well.
2 targets down. Now destroy the
And this could be very good for quatilyti here. He does just need to distract the guard that stands on the ledge, and with the sniper attempt snipe on the virus,
Ether's field lab. You made it. The virus prototype will be close by. Look for some
which he does do,
unit.
uses the ledge drop boost,
All objectives complete. Now head towards an exit.
and just like that, quatilyti is out of the map. What a comeback here. And with Luke still working on the Silvio kill within the first 10 minutes of the map, this will be a 6-2 win for quatilyti, or a 6. It's a tied game, folks. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a tied game, 6-all, and we will get a map 7. Pidgeira does it again. And now there will be one more map here with both players now on match point. And just a reminder, the bands are Whittleton, Chongqing, Mumbai, and Ambrose Island. So Luke does get to choose the next map. And just like that, he chooses Berlin. Here, seconds after the chat wants to see Berlin, we get a Berlin. Gonna go ahead and apologize for the car alarm going off in the background. I have no control over that, but yeah, we will have Berlin, the final map, arriving, or potentially the final map. Could even be a photo finish tie, which could be very interesting, but certainly a loser's bracket final. But Berlin is the 7th map here today. Now, definitely one of the best roulette maps. You've got 5 targets that you have to kill out of a potential 11. Now, the first 5 do have to be killed using the proper spin conditions. However, if you accidentally knock one out and kill him, or if you accidentally knock out a non-target or whatever, and it ruins your green guns, you will have to kill the 6th agent. Now, you can kill that agent in whatever way you like, as long as the first 5 are all the spin conditions. Pajero, you missed it. You jinxed it again. And quatilyti won. So, like, yeah. And really, this match here has been just a matter of, like, faster time for the most part, as it's really only come down to a few heartbreaking rips on both players' sides. First 6 maps have. As both players really talented at the game. And we will see the spin arriving in just under 20 seconds. As both players anxiously await possibly the final map of the match. And the spin is in. Agent 1 will be killed with a silent sniper rifle as the dealer. Agent 2 will be killed with an SMG as the delivery guy. Agent 3 will be killed with a loud pistol as the bartender. Agent 4 will be killed with explosion accident as the DJ. And Agent 5 will be killed with an impact explosive as the club crew. Now we see Luke immediately start from DJ. And quatilyti starts from club crew. Now, it's been a while since I've seen the club crew disguised in a spin. Definitely is one of the easier disguises to grab. As Luke goes ahead and knocks out one of those security guys right on the bottom floor that is an agent. Meanwhile, we see quatilyti taking the bartender disguise and hiding a body in the crate. Supposedly waiting on that agent there to isolate himself in the room using a throw distraction. As Luke goes for the dealer grab by activating the dealer's speech and running around the corner to get the dealer to follow him all the way back into that room. And just like that, quatilyti gets the first kill down with a loud pistol as the bartender, but hides the body just in the nick of time and is able to escape. Now we see Luke in the dealer disguise is walking on the ventilation system. As Montgomery is about to come downstairs. And he will head into that room, but that is not good for Luke, as there is a body in there, and just like that, it is found, causing a restart there. Really unfortunate timing. Meanwhile, on quatility's side, we do have who I want to say is Agent Green, isolated on the roof. And is killed using an explosive baseball. So now quatilyti has the loud pistol bartender kill and club crew impact explosive out of the way.
That's a second agent down. Are you all sleeping
Now Luke re-isolates the bottom floor agent in that security room and grabs an injection. As we see quatilyti isolate who I want to say is Agent Thames and take him out using the SMG with the delivery guy. Quatility now up to 3 kills, flying through the spin. And Luke once again getting the dealer. This guy's using a sedative injection. Quatility now makes his way down the pipe and into Rolf's room with the delivery guy disguise. That's a neat little trick there, using the pistol aim sight to make sure you don't get spotted by the camera on your way out. Not sure I've ever seen anyone do that before, but it's a pretty cool trick. Now Luke awaits Montgomery making his way down to the bottom floor, and this time does leave a weapon for Montgomery's guard so that he can KO him right there, and use a thrown propane flask at Montgomery.
Wakey, wakey, gentlemen.
Now,
Go, go. Don't
is quite the
fingers.
dangerous
Just get it done.
knockouts for Luke,
I hear. Follow me.
with 2 downed agents in the area, but he does pull it off nonetheless.
How are you, sir?
Now we see Quatility going for the dealer disguise grab, which he pulls off successfully. And just like that, we see Luke get the explosion accident kill with the DJ disguise, and the silent sniper kill with the dealer. So Luke now has 2 kills, but Quatility also manages to get his 4th kill, meaning there's only 1 kill for Quatility left to get, which is the DJ explosion accident kill.
Jesus, pull yourselves together. He is only one guy.
Now Quatility does have to deal with Agent Montgomery here, as he will come down and find a couple of bodies flying, which is not necessarily good for Quatility's run if he was going to use who I want to say is Banner as that final kill, but Davenport will also work nonetheless. Luke now in the delivery guy disguise, working on luring one of the biker agents. Into the room. The stairwell, that is, which he gets. But Quatility is able to knock out Montgomery and drag him into the security room. Sorry about that. Now, quatilyti is in the DJ disguise, has a propane flask, and just needs to choose one of the two agents to kill, which he does, and makes his way towards the exit. This should be a GG's for quatilyti, and what a finish. Now, this is within the first 10 minutes of the match, so there is a 30-second photo finish window, but that is not going to be enough time for Luke to win. What a run here in the tournament from Luke. Definitely a great losers bracket finals. And even seeing a reverse sweep, wow. what a match. Definitely one of the most entertaining matches I've cast so far. And that will be an 8-6 reverse sweep victory for quatilyti. Insane gameplay from both players. Really great job. Ultimately just came down to a few time-saving decisions and some rough rips, but great match. And now with that, quatilyti will be heading towards the winner bracket finals. And speaking of the bracket, let's take a quick look at that. Of course, we have quatilyti beating Luke in a reverse sweep, 8-6, and he will advance to the grand final of Roulette Raceway 3 to face Scruffy in a rematch from the winner bracket final. And just follow up on that upcoming matches tab. There is only one upcoming match. It has not been scheduled yet. Absolutely no shame in losing at all, Reaper. Absolutely correct. Because what a match that was. And before I go, because I do have to get going, I just want to give one quick shout out again to our admin of the match, the Reaper 47, as well as a quick shout out to In for Fun and the entire Providence admin team for putting on this excellent tournament. And I can't wait to watch the grand finals. Now thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.